everybody. I hope you're doing well today. I'm a little irritated. I might be just like too close. Sorry if I am. I just went to the doctor's. Well, I should say a nurse practitioner. I was recommended to go to her for medicine management, in which I'm not on a lot of medicine, so that confused me. But I had hoped that she could help me. I don't know how, but I hope she would have. So I went, told her what was going on with me, that I have this new anxiety that is crazy high. And I lost my train of thought, sorry. And was telling her why I was having anxiety. And she's like, "Well, I'm going to give you something for depression." And I looked at her and I said, "You think I'm depressed?" And she said, "Yeah." She goes, "By the way you're talking, you're depressed." And I'm sitting there thinking, well, how about the way I feel? The way I feel, I'm not depressed. I'm familiar with depression. I used to have it. And I said, I'm talking just about the events that I'm going through. That doesn't mean that I am depressed. And I went on to say that my memory doctor said, get off my sleeping pills, in which I have, except for last night, because I had to get up early today for this appointment. And so I was like, he wants me off of my sleeping pills, and he wants to maybe find me an alternative. And I said, he stated that he felt I was depressed, and I told her, I'm not depressed. I don't even feel depressed. And she goes, well, do you feel like a failure? And I'm like, well, yeah, because of what I'm going through, meaning my pain, my anxiety, losing my job, losing my vehicle. That's not depression. That is events that are happening in my life. And I wasn't even going to argue with her about it, because you just can't argue with a doctor. Most of them feel like they know everything. And I'm not. I'm not depressed. I am, let me see. I don't even know the name for it, because all of this kind of started in 2019. Um, with my separation, my divorce, my right shoulder was killing me at that time. It had been for years, but it was getting to the point where I can almost not tolerate it anymore. I moved in with my mom temporarily, went through hell there, left, moved in again with my kid's dad until I got a job and got out. But I'm like, it started in 2019, going through my divorce and then my shoulder. From that point forward, it's like all downhill. Does it mean I'm depressed? No, it's I'm going through bad events, and they have increased since 2019. 2020, at my awakening, I lost my depression. I feel like a failure, meaning it's only a statement, as in, bad things keep happening to me. Does it bother me? Well, yeah, but I'm not depressed. So I don't know how to explain it. Um, just because you say something to your doctor and they want to throw medicine at you immediately and then give you this false statement of being depressed and you're not. I don't think you should take the medicine. I'm not going to take my medicine. She gave it to me, and coincidentally my daughter takes it, so I'm going to give it to her. It's very expensive medicine. And I just don't appreciate the medical field like I used to. Even my personal nurse practitioner, she's got worse over time. And I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand, because I say the things that I'm going through, I'm depressed. I can't say that enough. It's so irritating to me. I'm sorry, I have to use my bifocals. I keep looking up to see if anybody's watching me. But anyway, back on track. She knew that I can't sleep because she asked. And I said, I'm a chronic insomniac and have been since I was a kid. I'm on sleeping pills. He told me to get off of them. and she didn't prescribe me any help for sleeping. And I even told her I have been up for 3 days straight in the past, and it wasn't a good feeling. And now, as old as I am at 55, almost 56, it's hell on my body. Here the other day, I went to bed and I tried to go to sleep, and I didn't go to sleep until like 5 in the morning. And that day, well, let me back up. For that time I wasn't sleeping, clear to 5 in the morning, my body just felt heavy. It felt wore out and just heavy, and it felt bad. And then when I went to sleep at 5, I woke up at 11, I think it was. Maybe it was 3. One day I woke up at 3 in the p.m. But anyway, it was horrible. I was dragging. My body felt horrible. I just did not want to do anything. Not because I was depressed, but it's because I was tired. And like I said, when I went to sleep and woke up, I still felt horrible because I stayed up so long. The time I didn't go to sleep for 3 days, that was hell. Your brain takes cat naps, and I've discussed this before. It's like a little cat nap, and while I was working, I was in one place, and then all of a sudden I was in another place, and I'm like, what just happened? How'd I get here? And I had a cart because I was working for Target. I had a cart and I was pushing it, and my brain would take these cat naps. It's a true thing. You'd be pushing at one spot, and all of a sudden you're at the other end of the building, and you're like, how did I get here? It's confusing and scary also. And I had to drive home. It was a 30-minute drive, and luckily I was okay. But now, as old as I am, it's horrible. I don't want to do that. I almost want to start taking my sleeping pills so I can sleep. I'm trying to see, just like the doctor, if my sleeping pills is what has caused my memory loss. I don't know. It's hard for me. I can't stress it enough. I don't even know what to say. I cannot cope. I have to take my sleeping pills. It's pretty sad that the doctors give you medicine that you really don't need, but the ones you do need, they don't want to give them to you, or they forget because it's not even on their mind. I had to write her a handwrote note, because the number you call goes to like an answering service, not after hours either. This is during the day. And so you get these foreigners, and some of them are really hard to understand. And it's like, I don't want to talk to you. I need to talk to the receptionist at the clinic or the nurse practitioner or something. And that's a pain in the butt too. But I had to go back in and tell them, because I didn't want to go through all of that. I can't even talk. I'm sorry. I had to tell them I need to write her a letter telling her I needed sleeping pills. I haven't got anything yet. I did finally get state insurance, and I hope that helps me in finding something I need. I don't even know what else to say. My brain is in 1,000 different areas right now, and I'm thinking of all kinds of things. And I feel like when I'm talking, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to say this. And then when I start to talk about it, it like goes out of my head. It's really weird how my brain works. I still stutter. I was talking to her, and I put a word in a sentence and I caught it, and I'm like, that did not make sense. That word doesn't even go there. And she goes, I understand what you're talking about. That's embarrassing, because when I said it, I felt stupid. And it was a word I don't even think was in the dictionary. I don't even know. I don't remember what I said. But it's like, I'm almost afraid to speak in public. And then when I start stuttering or forgetting what I was going to talk about, I have to tell people, I'm sorry, I have cognitive impairment. This is what happens to me, and I'm sorry. I still and it's like worse now than it has been. You know as well as I do that you're thinking, well, I'm going to go in the kitchen, I'm going to get something. So you're on your way there and you stop and you're like, what was I doing? I do that at least 5 times a day. And I don't actually make it to the kitchen. Excuse me, to the kitchen sometimes. I make it to the living room. I'm like, where was I going? I don't even remember where I was going. And then I eventually figure out that I need to go in the kitchen. It's different, and that is new because I can stop halfway or even end up in a different room. And I'm like, why am I in here? Isn't that crazy? It's really crazy to me, in my opinion. My stomach's been gurgling. I hope you don't hear it. And if you do, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, that's been what happened to me today. And at this point, I don't even know what to do. I do know that I don't want to take any more medicines than I have to. And I do know I need sleep. I need sleep for more than one reason. So a part of me is like, I see my nurse practitioner, I don't remember when. I think it's the 17th of this month, give or take a day. And then I will talk to her about another sleeping pill option. Sleeping pill option. I messaged my nurse practitioner, my personal nurse practitioner, and said, I said, the memory doctor wanted me to not take my sleeping pills because it could affect my memory. Is there another sleeping pill that can be prescribed for me, or do I need to come in? And they said, that'd be best discussed in your next appointment. And I'm like, so if I'm without my sleeping pills, I have to go that long? It made me mad because I'm like, she has prescribed me medication over the messaging app that I have with them. She's prescribed me medicines through that. I don't remember what they are. I don't even think it was a new medicine. I'm not sure. But I'm here to say that I think the medical field is all about money. All they want is money, which includes the pharmaceuticals. The people, I did not know that these guys existed until I got medical assisting. What happens is these people come in, the samples you get at your doctor, they are brought in by people that work for the pharmaceutical company. And they go in and they present this new medicine. Well, we have this new medicine that we would like to share with you and try out with your patients to see if it works. And here's some samples for you. And they give you a buttload of samples. Well, they come in for many reasons. This is a depressive medication. Maybe this will help some of your patients. Or here's some sleeping pills. Or here's some heartburn pills. And then that's how you get your samples. And that's how you try new things. I'm sorry, I was getting a sore throat. Or not sore, raspy. Anyway, so the pharmaceutical people make a lot of money. And these people are actually like recreating medicine. And I'm pretty sure they tested on animals, which makes me very, very sad. Because why would these companies create these medicines not knowing really how it's going to affect us? And if you really think about it, these pharmaceuticals are making these medicines and maybe not trying them on anything. And they're just saying, here, give these to your patients. And I think a lot of it may be poisoning our bodies. I really do. Now that I'm talking about it out loud, I feel like a lot of our medicine is not safe. I'm here to say that the things that they put in our air and our food is giving us these ailments so they can control us, make us lower than them, the government. I'm talking about everybody that's rich, the government, the actors, you name it. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, I think they lower our mortality and make us ill so they can give us things and make more money. I really do. I'm not some crazy person talking about something I don't know. I feel like I can almost 100% say that this is what is going on. It's all about control and money. And we are out there busting our butts for the why. Am I even back on? It, yes, finally. I don't know. When I get a phone call on my phone and I'm doing a live, it pauses. And no matter what I do, it takes forever to unpause. And I'm wondering if you saw me doing all of this on the phone. If you did, I'm sorry. I tried. When I'm done with this live, what I'm going to do is set up my camera, connect it to my laptop. That way, when I go live, I can sit on my laptop. I think that's a perfect idea. It's uh, it's a better screen, also, if you ask me, and more room. I don't like the back of the room, but sometimes we have to deal with what we need to do. I move into the other room that's painted. I hope this weekend. I really hope, because if not, I'm just going to ask, just go ahead and move in there and forget about the carpet cleaning. My room is so cluttered here. It's small, and it's just cluttered. It's an embarrassing of clutter. It's an embarrassment of clutter. You know where I'm going. That's my speech, my cognitive impairment. I need to wear a shirt. I have cognitive impairment. Please excuse my words. It's not a bad idea, actually. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your weather is beautiful today. I hope it's just perfect, that you're not too cold or not too hot. I hope that you could talk better than me. Oh, gosh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I have people popping in and out, but nobody's sticking around, and that's okay. That is so okay. But I love you guys tremendously, and I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.